Folks, welcome back to Nia Musiq. With Nia, in part one, Nia told us how she got to Zen,
Right.
how she got the start, and now, Nia, let's talk about the Zen experience. All right, anything you can remember of the whole Zen, from your rehearsals to your performances to your fan club to your travels, anything you can remember, share with us. Anything about the Zen experience. How was it for you?
Well, I mean, there's so much that has happened over the years. It's been a long time. I mean, a lot of people don't realize that I've already been in the group for over 8 years. You know, and that's a lot of years and a lot of different experiences, and it's been so many. But things that stand out for me are like Uzini in Paris. Big auditorium, big stadium in Paris, and packed with people. We played in that, and that was just off the hook. Just getting to travel to all the places. I mean, I think eventually, had I not joined Zen and just finished college, I think eventually I probably would have traveled, but not as extensively as I have in Zen. I've been to Martinique, to Guadeloupe, been to Paris. I've gone to Haiti more frequently because even that I didn't really do prior to that. I would just go maybe every once in a while. Last time I went to Haiti was actually for my grandmother's funeral when I was like 11. So from 11 to the time I joined Zen, I didn't go to Haiti, so that kind of like reconnected me with my culture and just the different aspects of being Haitian. So there's a lot.
So I mean, but how was the experience? Your in relationship to the fans, how they received you, because you almost replaced somebody who was
right,
extremely popular,
and it was not an easy thing either. It was a little complicated because you had to try, or I had to try, to sort of get people from thinking that I'm replacing Georgie as opposed to just to being an addition. And you had a lot of Georgie fans out there. I mean, there were some serious die-hard fans that just didn't even want to look at me because I was in the band. And that was just difficult. And I think that what I decided, or what I said to myself, is that I can't be anyone but me, and I can only just practice and focus on that, So I just found a way to let myself, or find where I fit in, with the whole experience, and just be me, and slowly but surely, one by one, I won the MOFA.
And I mean, how was that rewarding to feel that?
Oh yes.
I mean, in the back of your mind, you always thought, oh, you know what? I got my own little niche now. I got my own little fan club.
Right. No, I mean, it's definitely a great feeling. Whenever you finish performing, or somebody hears your song and they see you and they say, wow, I remember this one fan. She said to me, your song, Tuna, I broke up with my boyfriend, and I listen to that song every day, all the time, like 50 times a day. And that has really helped me, get through the breakup. And so when I have a person come to me and tell me and say that to me, that does make me feel good, because then there's a reward in doing what you do. Even though I do love music and I love singing, and honestly, at the end of the day, I do it for me, but I do appreciate when I hear things like that.
All right, now, of course, 8 years of Zen.
Yeah.
I'm sure it wasn't all gravy.
It wasn't all. No, it wasn't all gravy. But I have to say that I didn't have no real serious, stupid, crazy experiences where I'm like, you know what, forget this, I'm not doing this anymore. I never really got to that point, even though, of course, certain conflicts within the group and certain just changement that has happened over the years has kind of made me want to explore other avenues instead of just being a part of the group. Understand? So, but of course, the road trips in Haiti, I mean, grueling, sleeping, everybody's sleeping on one another, somebody's drooling on this other person's shoulder, and you're on the road for 8 hours at a time. Sometimes we've had 10-hour road trips going through the province in Haiti. It's very serious, and you don't eat well when you're on these trips. It's like, get in when you fit in kind of thing. Okay, if we pass by like a town that has like machon, tablet or something, and they're selling like griot and banan, you just grab something real quick because you don't know when your next meal is coming through.
It's a town like that movie. That's their specialty.
Right. We actually did pass through there. Yeah, we've gone through so many of them.
Yeah. But okay, now throughout your years in Zen, there's been rumors, and I mean, this is of course an in-depth interview, and it's your chance to clarify, deny, or skip, whichever one you want.
Okay, so I get to skip. Okay.
Maybe you will, maybe you won't.
All right.
Like for instance, the rumor has it out there that any girl that comes to Zen, in order to be in Zen, has to be Alex's girlfriend.
Right.
Is that true? Or were you in a relationship with Alex, or do you know if any of the other girls have been in a relationship?
I cannot confirm or deny those rumors because sometimes rumors don't start out of thin air. So maybe there's some truth to that. But I can say that me coming into Zen, I was not automatically somebody's girlfriend. It didn't go down like that.
But did you ever happen to be in a relationship with Alex throughout your years?
No, never. Alex has always just been someone that I was very close with. I guess because he's the one that brought me into the group, and he guided me and just basically like directed me in certain things and looked out for me.
Put you under his wings.
Right, exactly. Yeah, exactly. So it was more like a mentor type of situation, and never any kind of relationship. No.
And how was your relationship with the other members? I mean, it's obvious you're very close with Alan also.
Right. It's one of those things that you gradually build relationships, because for me, I've always been that way. I'm comme si moi sou un monde qui passe sous monde, and it takes me a while to really like allow people in and get to know them and be friendly with people, and that's like almost oxymoronic, I guess, because I'm an artist and I'm a performer, and I'm supposed to be open to people and be like, hey, you're my friend, I love you, kind of thing, and that's not even the case for me, unfortunately. But so with the other guys, I slowly built relationships with each one, and I have a relationship with each one. Each one is on a different level, I guess sometimes even like Gabby is like, he calls me his sis, and he's my brother, and I don't know, maybe because like the closer in age situation, and maybe that, but I mean, like I said, different relationships, but it's all good with everyone. I feel like that's my family.
And you feel the same way with the ladies that come in and out of the band?
With the ladies, it's always on a friend, level, or at least a coworker level. I can say that. The experiences have been different, and it's not for the reasons people think. People think that it's about cattiness and jealousy and stuff like that, and I'm not tooting my own horn, and I'm not trying to have anyone think that I'm conceited or anything like that, but I'm confident in what I know. I'm confident in my talent, because I feel that my talent is God-given. Nobody can take that away from me, and that's just the bottom line of it, okay? So if someone else comes in, I'm going to be more than willing and more over embracing of you, because then it's like, okay, good, wow, two good singers right next to each other doing their thing, So it's not about jealousy or competition. I personally, I don't feel like, okay, if AJ, you come next to me and you can sing, it's going to be like, hey, AJ and Nia are singing and they're doing their thing and they're on stage together. I'm not going to be looking at AJ like, oh, I don't like AJ because he's competition. Actually, I welcome competition, So it's not for the reason people think. Sometimes, just like in any family and any relationship, sometimes people don't get along. Why? Because their personalities clash. And I'm not going to be friends with everybody. I'm going to tell y'all straight up. That's it.
And for the record, I can't sing to save my life. So don't even. I wouldn't be no competition. But
right.
But I mean, all the girls. I think you sing with Queen Dada,
right?
Sandra, and V. Thanks.
Right.
And V, right? Or was there somebody else? That's it.
No, that's it. Well, as far as members that the public really saw,
right.
that was it.
I mean, there was another girl. I forgot her name, but I never saw you sing with her, so I don't know if you actually did. You
Okay.
forgot her name. Do you know? You forgot her name. Okay.
Sorry.
That's all right.
But no, I didn't sing with her, but I know who you're talking about.
Yeah. Do you have any preference or any one of them you don't exactly totally enjoy singing with? It could be because of their moves don't match with yours, or their voice don't match with yours. It doesn't mean you have beef with them. It's just that artistically, you probably don't think that it's a good match. Any one of them, preference or?
Answering this question would really put me in a whole heap of trouble. So,
unfortunately, this is Opa Music, and
I don't think so.
Things
Okay, you know what I can say though? What I will say is that I think when you're dealing with a group, with a band, whatever decision you make, it's like, it's not about, oh, I'm the person who makes decisions and I'm gonna do it. No, it's about, all right, let me look at my organization, let me look at my band, and let me see who, if I'm going to bring somebody in, how this person is really going to gel and mix with the band, and is this person the right fit? Okay, have there been some misfits in the past, couple years or so? Yes, but it's a okay, make a decision, make a mistake, and correct that mistake, and basically that's it.
Okay, so that's a fair answer, right?
Yeah.
You wouldn't get in trouble for that.
No.
But you said in the past that working with Queen Dada was probably your favorite.
Right. Well, because I was young and fresh and didn't know nothing, very naive, and if I went to her and say, hey, okay, let's practice, she was more than willing and ready, to do so. So, that was cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
And or any other thing of the Zen experience you can think of, anything that pops in your head?
Well, like my very first performance, I was like scared, beepless.
Do you remember where and when?
It was at Senegal, right? Senegal, and Brooklyn.
It's a tough place to perform.
That's actually like one of the first places I came to live was in Queens, because I hadn't had my own place yet. So I was staying at Alan's and his wife's, and they were very nice, and they took care of me. And then I transferred over to Brooklyn, and that's when I found my own place. So I know Brooklyn, the area that I lived in, I know. But I always preferred Brooklyn. But anyway, that's just a little fact. So my first show was at Senegal, and man, it's like the Brooklyn crowd is very serious.
Yeah.
They'll just like
and
mean mug you like this all night, then just stare at you.
Senegal was indeed a tough place to perform. I mean, you had to be on point.
Yes, it was tough. So, man, I'm quite sure I was probably shaking the whole time, and I tried, but it was. Thank you. But it was an experience, because, like I said many times before, like when you're on stage and you have all these instruments going on, and if you're not used to it, because for the most part, even though I've been singing forever, it's always been like playback, so playing with all these instruments and trying to like decipher all the sounds that are coming out of them, and just boxing them into the right place, and then being able to still sing at the same time, it was very difficult. But my first show was like very serious, and I'm not sure really how people felt. But I mean, and throughout the years, I dealt with like you brought up the rumor mill. I mean, people would like straight up say, like, as if they knew, like they were in the bedroom with you. Oh yeah, she's doing Alex, and she's doing half the guys in the band, And then I had another time. I mean, I'm still like finding myself and trying to figure out
still very young too,
right, and I'm still like figuring out, okay, how should I dress? And I mean, I remember a friend of mine sent me to it, where someone took pictures of me, or found pictures of me, and once I like something, I don't know, I tend to stick to it, right? So I had like this hat that I would wear like constantly, especially when I didn't feel like doing my hair. And she posted, okay, Nia on this day, Nia on that day, Nia on that day. Wow, Nia, can you like get another hat? Yeah, like these, those sort of things. And I'm not mad at you for doing that, because actually that made me realize, okay, maybe I shouldn't be doing that so much, wearing the same thing so much, because people are watching, exactly. And throughout the years, you know, basically have tried to step the game up, you know, pay attention, I guess, more to magazines and what's what, you know. So it's interesting.
And that was the Zen experience. Now, Nia, we all know you're working on your solo album.
Right.
You've been doing that for not 8 years, not since you got in Zen, but
no.
I would say a good 5 or 6 years by now. So what is the story?
That is kind of sad, though.
Yeah, no, it's not sad. You know, sometimes they say Imperial, which means you take a long time so you can bring something.
Well, you know, I agree.
What's the story with that?
The story with it is that I am much further in the project. More like, okay, I can definitely put this out for sure this year. It will be coming out. I wanted to just kind of like wait till the whole carnival situation happened to release like a single and also release a video. I'm really thinking about doing it Beyonce style, I guess, and dropping 2 singles at the same time and 2 videos at the same time, just to, you know, to make up for lost time, I guess. And it's a project that I really hold dear to my heart, because I got to a point where I've become more involved in the production process of it. But of course, I still have lots of help and from lots of talented people. Of course, my Zen crew is contributing to it. J Beats, Nikki, I mean, everyone that you can think of that is really producing substantial music out there. I've recruited for my project.
Okay, so a couple of singles after Carnival, but when the bomb? When is
the bomb? I'm really pushing for spring. I'm really pushing for spring. Yes.
Okay. And have any idea which songs you'll be dropping as singles?
Wow, it's like, you know, you produce a song and you're like, wow, that could be a single, and then you produce another song, you're like, wow, that could be a single, you know. So that's gonna be tough. But I definitely think I'm gonna do it like maybe American style, where you have listening parties and you take in people's opinions of what they think. Okay, hey, you know, maybe you might be part of the panel of listeners.
Holla. We're always there, so we'll definitely be glad to you know, to be a part of that.
Yeah.
All right, well, folks, that was Nia. And Nia, I don't know if there's anything more you want to add to your fans, because while we're actually sitting here, you know, fans are stopping by and waving and stuff like that. Anything you want to add, you want to tell them, you know, before we let, because we're taking enough of your time already. So.
Oh, don't say that. The pleasure is all mine, you know. No, but really, what I can say to all the fans and just people who've been following Nia and the, I guess, evolvement, you know, or the evolution of me. I mean, I'm constantly always wanting to see how I can be better, and I just appreciate all those who support me, even those who criticize me, because those are also the people that, you know, make you want to be better also. So definitely look out for the CD, look out for the videos, just look out for me, period. I mean, last night I was hosting the Indie Fest, you know, and that's a first. I've never hosted anything, and I hope I did good.
You did pretty good. You did well, and we have videos to show.
Yeah,
so.
right. Yeah. So, and that's one of the things too. I'm trying to like just put my fingers in different things. I also last night I was rocking a Boss Ladies Inc. T-shirt, and that's actually a company that me and my cousin were starting. So, you know, I'm just trying to do different things, and just trying to see where or what is going to work the best for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, again, Nia, Nia Musiq, you know, the staff and the fans, the visitors, we all thank you for your time.
Thank
and,
you.
You know, hopefully we'll hear from you for the listening party, and when you get ready to drop the CD.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.